I'm a social anxiety and confidence coach. Great to be back for 2026. So, confidence, real confidence, it's not this state that you manufacture, something that you achieve by hacking your emotions, um, mastery of how you feel, something like this. It's more a byproduct of how you relate to yourself when you don't feel confident. So I made a couple of notes because I really want to help out people with this. So the first note is that chasing a perfect state, it creates fragility. It makes a person actually weaker and less empowered rather than stronger. Because you're constantly giving yourself the message that I'm not okay unless I feel a certain way. You're creating a dependency on how you feel. You're making how you feel a crutch, not allowing yourself to be a human. When you feel good, you'll have the confidence there. But what about when you don't feel good? What about when you feel flat? You feel anxious? You feel afraid? You feel scattered? You feel sad? What about in the other emotional states that we all experience? The problem is that it's a distortion and not reality. You can't feel good 24/7. So the real message that you're giving yourself, the message that I'm not okay unless I feel a certain way, it's actually an insult to yourself. It's going to make you feel bad about not feeling good. And when there's a time where you don't feel good, you want to accept that. So it's teaching you to do the opposite. That kind of approach is going to quietly erode your confidence over time. It's so much healthier to say that I don't need to feel a certain way to turn up and do what's important for me. I can handle it no matter how I feel. You can't go by your emotions if you want to be successful. They vary too much. They're up, they're down, they're changing. You're not going to consistently feel exactly the same every single day. Of course, with a good life setup, self care, great routine, lots of inner work, you're going to be in a much stronger state, a much better state more frequently. You're going to have a real confidence in how you feel, but you're still going to experience the full range of human emotions. And there's a lot of fake confidence, fake personal growth programs out there that make it sound like you can achieve this Zen like state 24/7. And they create this dependency. So, a few of the notes that I wrote down: emotional control becomes emotional avoidance. So, the problem with trying to control your state all the time is you're going to be suppressing how you actually feel. I can't feel stress right now. I can't show anxiety. I can't show fear. I can't show vulnerability. I can't show sadness. It's so much control. You're not going to feel good in general. Imagine if someone else was controlling you to that extent, not allowing you to have these different emotions. You wouldn't be living in a safe space. You wouldn't feel good. Ask yourself the question, How would you treat a good friend? Would you allow a great friend of yours to feel sad sometimes, to not always be at their best, to be a human? Or would you shame them whenever they're not feeling 10 out of 10? If you wouldn't treat a good friend this way, why would you treat yourself this way? It's so much healthier to not suppress, to not avoid. And this doesn't mean giving control to the emotions. It means acting in the right way, regardless of how you feel, but still allowing yourself to feel the way that you're supposed to feel right now. So I'm not suggesting that you avoid taking action when you don't feel good. I'm suggesting the opposite, with imbalance. Because imagine that you as a paramedic and someone had a heart attack. You're not going to say that I can't perform CPR because I'm feeling in a low mood today. You have to get in there and do your job, regardless of what your mood is. But at the same time, allow yourself to feel the way you're supposed to feel. Don't go too far trying to micromanage your own state. Few of the notes that I wrote down, so I don't need to memorize everything. Calm neutrality beats hype every day of the week. So when you look at people who are truly confident, they tend to be in a calm state, grounded, centered, not panicking, not in a rush, maybe even bored sometimes. They're not in this overly eager, hype state, this overly frantic, overly excitable state of mind. Real confidence can be quiet. You will have heard of the term quiet confidence, which is a calm feeling of, I can handle this. Not someone shouting, let's go, let's go, let's go. Because when you're hyping yourself, what you're basically saying is that you can't handle the situation properly in your current state. You have to be operating at your best, your peak, to handle this situation. So it's really an insult to yourself. Especially if it's something that is part of your regular routine. So much healthier in the long run to stop this hype in yourself. Turn up how you actually are. So calm neutrality beats hype every single day of the week. Allowing emotions build self-trust. Yep, quite like this line as well. So confidence is not about emotional domination. It's more about emotional permission. So the idea of mastering your emotions. It's not about micromanaging your state, biohacking yourself, tricking yourself into feeling a certain way. It's not about this. It's about being able to do what's required, conduct yourself way, get the results that you want, regardless of how you feel. Because then you're not going to be so worried about how you feel. You're going to accept yourself more. And ironically, you're going to feel better more of the time. Because you're trying to control how you feel less. So emotional permission over emotional domination. It's too aggressive. And also as well, when you're so focused on controlling your state, you're going to be inwards a lot of the time. You're going to be thinking a lot. How do I feel right now? Oh my God, I feel anxious. How can I get rid of this anxiety? Caught in these thought loops, rumination, going round in circles, questioning yourself, second guessing things, feeling every sensation, every emotion that is flowing through your body. And because you're going to be so internally focused, you're actually going to be less externally focused. You're not going to be fully present in the room, fully present in the activity going on outside of you. You're going to be less effective. When you gain more confidence, you're going to spend less time focused internally, more time outward focused, externally focused. I'm fine no matter what. Let's be fully present, do my best at this activity, enjoy it at the same time. More of your attention and mental bandwidth focused on the task at hand, less on managing your own state. Imagine if you're in a one-to-one conversation with somebody. You can focus a lot on that person in front of you. Your full attention can be on that conversation. But if a second person comes in and is also having a conversation with you, it's going to be hard to be fully focused on both separate conversations. A similar thing is happening when you're constantly micromanaging your internal state. Part of your attention is on the conversation or activity in front of you, and there's a conversation going on internally at the same time, which is taking you away from the present moment. And I'm not saying that there's not value in doing things to improve your mood in general. Yeah, I do strongly recommend a good, healthy lifestyle and routine. It is helpful to have nice momentum behind you. Momentum is different than confidence, but the two are definitely linked. So personally, I love eating healthy, cardio, exercising, facing my own fears, pursuing my purpose in coaching and business and life, all the rest of it. I love a balanced, healthy routine. That definitely helps me feel good, which is nice. But I don't depend on feeling good to turn up in life. I allow myself to feel how I'm supposed to feel, to go through the whole range of human emotions. And this builds strength, it builds self-trust, and it makes you a lot more confident than constantly hyping yourself, because it's giving yourself the right message. And you already know this intuitively. You know, if you was coaching a friend of yours or maybe a sibling on how to build confidence in themselves, your task was helping to build them up, get them more confident, doing better in life, enjoying themselves. You wouldn't expect them to have to control themselves constantly, to be super vigilant, scanning all the time. You'd treat them in a way that would help them grow. And it's applying that same treatment to yourself from yourself. So you're parenting yourself, treating yourself well. And the reason for this video is because I've seen lots of content out there which is helpful in the short term, but it's not going to help people out on a long-term basis. I've had clients share content with me that they found online, courses, etc. And part of me liked part of the content, but I could see the marketing hype, the traps as well, and how the content was designed to get people short-term initial results by taking action, stopping them overthinking, but how it would come back to bite them in the long term and start to distort their worldview, make them actually less strong and more dependent on that content. It's not about building dependency, building crutches. It's about empowering yourself. And it feels good to do the first live stream of the new year. I always spend Christmas time my parents' house in Manchester, which part of me really enjoys. It's nice to catch up with family, but it's also the environment where my own social anxiety was created. So there's challenges there with different family members, dysfunction, all the rest of it. So when I come back, I'm always happy because I'm back in normal, healthy social spaces, not receiving criticism, invalidation, gaslighting, weird treatment. So I always spend about a week or so building some momentum, getting into a good routine, all the rest of it. But I'm still confident throughout the whole process. Don't make excuses. And it's always nice to do the first live stream before I personally feel at my best. So I like to basically live my own teachings because this stuff works. So I hope that you've enjoyed this live stream. Really, really excited to make lots of personal progress in my own growth, business, life, all the rest of it this year. So I'm going to shoot off now. Got a little business task to do before a video call with a client later on. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And if you're looking for social anxiety coaching, confidence coaching this year, feel free to send me an email. You're welcome to chat to my clients and see how it's working for them. Nothing to hide. And I'm so confident in my own coaching that I even do the first one-to-one session completely free of charge. So you can try my coaching. You can see that it actually helps you in life before deciding whether you want to come back for more sessions. So feel free to email me if coaching is something that you feel that you're ready to go for. So enjoy the rest of your day.